After you die, the game camera zooms in on the person who killed you. But what if it didn't? What if you outrun the kill cam? After some testing, I've found that there is almost nothing you can do to escape the kill cam. You will just have to find a way to cope with your crippling camera anxiety. First of all, being extremely far from the kill cam does nothing. Here is the longest map I can create in Hammer. At 10 times game speed, it still takes the scout quite a while to reach the end. If I stand at the start of the map and get killed by a demo at the end, the kill cam has no problem reaching him. Even if the killer is flying extremely quickly, the kill cam still finds him. This is because within the code, the kill cam is simply programmed to go from point A to point B, where point A is the spot you died, and point B is a constantly updated tracker of the killer's current position. Point B is always on your killer, and the camera will always make it to point B. When it reaches point B, it takes a screenshot, holds it for 4 seconds, then sends you to the respawn queue. So with how the kill cam is coded, it means that there are no forms of movement that can escape it. Here's how it reacts to teleporting. If you are teleporting between points ahead of the camera jumps to the correct camera path to zoom in on you. By default, the camera has to make it from point A to B in 0.4 seconds. I've given it more time to make things easier to see. If you incrementally teleport backwards, the camera will speed up accordingly and move increasingly faster to catch you. If you teleport behind the camera simply teleports backwards with you and continues as normal. Incrementally teleporting behind the camera just makes it teleport multiple times to follow you. Besides teleporting, your killer dying, changing teams, or being out of bounds doesn't stop the kill cam. What actually can overcome the kill cam is if the killer disconnects, or the match ends as your kill cam is happening. If your killer disconnects, the kill cam just goes back to your dead body. And if you have ragdolls disabled, then it watches the spot where you died. But nothing special happens if your killer leaves and rejoins. If the match ends as you die, everything just gets skipped and you respawn. For sentries, If it breaks during the kill cam, the camera defaults back to spectating your dead body. If the sentry gets picked up or teleported by the rescue ranger, the kill cam doesn't care and simply zooms in on where it used to be. And here's some extra info. Nothing particularly special happens if your killer is in a player-sized box. You can respawn until the kill cam ends, so if the kill cam takes longer, you also take longer to respawn. If you somehow respawn while the kill cam is happening, such as with a MVM Medic Reviver, the kill cam just gets skipped. You can watch the point B camera. If you spam the hidden command extend freeze when you get the freeze frame, you can watch your killer play the game. And fun fact, in the kill cam, if your killer is a spy who cloaked, their transparency is capped at 95%, so you can always still kinda see them. 95% transparency is also the cap when you look at a friendly cloaked spy.
So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go find you.